Good morning, good morning. Happy 11/11. It is time for your pick a card and paint with me session. And today I wanted to draw some cards for the Creative Collective, of course, but especially if you're a mama, a creative mother. Mothers are the ultimate creators, right? I really wanted to put some intention today into mother and supporting them on their journey right now as we enter the season, winter season. Winter solstice is right around the corner, and the holiday season, and just dealing with all the things. So, welcome, welcome. So today we're going to pull some cards from the Rainbow Warrior Awaken cards, and with this pile, I'm going to pull one card for the collective, and for the other cards, I'd like you to pick and choose a card that resonates with you. And these cards will be from the Tarot of a Moon Garden deck. So we have card number 1, card number 2, and card number 3. So let me see. I'm not sure. It looks like it might be reversed on my camera. Is that better? Okay, so I just reversed the mirror image. So let's try that again. So collective, a pile for the collective. I'm going to pull from this pile for the collective. And then cards 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so first I'll pull a card for the collective, and especially for mamas and mother figures and anyone who's a caretaker right now. We have a lot that we're dealing with on top of the holidays. And with current lockdowns, that adds another stressor to things. But I really want to ask of you and invite you to ground yourself as I pull a card, and think of a question or intention that you'd like to bring forth today. After we pull our cards, I am going to paint, and you can paint along with me. If you don't have any painting supplies, you can simply doodle or do some creative writing in your journal. You're welcome to use any sort of medium: watercolors, acrylics, mixed media, pastels, pen and ink, whatever you have on hand. Okay, so I'm going to draw a card now for the Creative Collective. Ooh, okay, so we've got compassion. 222, that's also an angel number. Beautiful. Okay, so this is exactly the kind of feeling that I've been getting the last few weeks. This sense and feeling of compassion, and you can see in the image at the bottom here especially, you have 3 women in circle, and they're embracing each other and holding that space for each other. And then you have this woman above embracing all the other women, and she's got this drape along, just kind of floating over them, kind of like in a motherly way, like a mother would nourish her babies, right? And then we also have 2 doves. Well, they look like hummingbirds. They got the long beaks, but they're white, like a dove. That was my first thought, was a sign of peace. Peace and compassion go hand in hand. Okay, and then we have a hand here coming down, like a helping hand. And of course, we've got the rainbow, a rainbow circle meaning unity, and then a rainbow here. They're embracing, it looks like half of a rainbow, but it might be the same thing, like giving this rainbow circle, like the world, like they're embracing the world. And you just can't see it because they have their arms embraced and wrapped around that. Okay, so that's for the collective. And again, I really wanted to tap into that motherly feeling for the mamas, for the ones that nourish everyone and hold this compassion. We really need that in the world right now. And I think if we can tap into that energy, that feminine, divine energy of compassion and the soft, the softness that comes with healing and all the things that we need to connect to in regards to that right now. That's kind of, this is a beautiful image to connect to that. Okay, so that's compassion. And then again, for your individual pick a card, if you would like to hold that intention and question right now. Again, this is card number 1, number 2, and number 3, and I'm going to flip those over right now. So card number 1 is the 5 of Swords. If you pick card number 2, the Page of Swords, another Swords, interesting. And the third one is the 10 of Cups. Okay, so I'll go with card number 1 first and explain that. So number 5 is all about change. So there might be some sort of change that's happening in your life, something, it could be for the better or for the worse, but there's some sort of change that's happening. It's not like a major change or a new beginning or anything like that, but it has to do with, I don't know, something along that line. So if you're feeling that, if that's resonating with you, let me know. Okay, so we'll speak more about this as we start painting. So again, the way my process works is we pull the cards, we look at them, and then I invite you to start your creative meditation and your creative process. And that's when we really start tapping into our intuition. And so not only will I be tapping into my intuition to draw some more messages from the cards, but I'll invite you to do that as well. Okay, card number 2, the Page of Swords. So the page is all about new paths, and you can see that in this image, there's a dragon, I think, on the bottom, kind of surrounding him, and it doesn't seem like anything harmful or anything like that. And actually, in Chinese astrology, dragons are good luck. So we'll talk more about the Page of Swords as we start to paint and create and tap into our intuition. Okay, so this is about new paths, and with 2021 right around the corner, I'm sure a lot of you have been thinking about, switching things up, creating something new for 2021, so that might resonate with you as well. Okay, card number 3. If you chose the card number 3, you chose the 10 of Cups. And this is all about completion. So there might be something in your life or in your career, something that's going on where something feels complete or you're coming to completion. And as far as the cups go, there might be some emotion involved in that. Okay, so let's think about that. Think about what it is that might be calling to you as far as completion goes. And it's kind of funny. So whenever I pull these cards, sometimes even though I invite you to choose number 1, 2, or 3, there might be a chance that all of the cards resonate with each other, or 1 or 2 cards might resonate with each other. So for example, new beginnings or new paths and the completion of a path that might go together, that might be speaking to you too. So there's no right or wrong way when it comes to readings. And if there's more than one card that resonates with you, then speak to those cards or let those cards and messages speak to you. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and get started right away with the painting. And I'll put this card here, Compassion, again, angel numbers 222. Okay. All right, so today I'm going to work with acrylics. I have this wood panel here, and I didn't have a chance to prep or prime this board. So that's why I'm going with straight acrylics as opposed to watercolors. And so if you're painting with watercolor or acrylic, whatever it is, even if you're writing, so if you're just writing in your journal, if you're simply doing a creative writing exercise along with me as we start, I just like to just invite you to start making a mark, okay? It doesn't have to mean anything or make any sense right now. This is the part of the creative meditation that I like to get into. So it's kind of like when you're meditating, if you're familiar and practice the art of meditating while sitting down and closing your eyes, it's kind of the same, except that instead of your thoughts kind of swirling around in your brain, I'm like putting my thoughts onto this canvas, this wood panel right now. So it's kind of like that. And if you're writing in your journal, I invite you to do a stream of conscious writing. So just open a page and turn to a blank page and just start writing in a stream of conscious approach. So, and let that flow for about 5 to 10 minutes. Okay, so what we're doing here is we are engaging and activating our right brain hemisphere, our right brain where our higher consciousness and subconscious mind is, and it's basically the non-logical, right? So we're giving our left brain a chance to take a break. Our left brain being the critical, analytical side. And yeah, we're just activating the other part. And our right brain is our intuitive brain, our intuitive side. And so as we start melting and melding into that part of our brain, you'll feel a sort of a lightness, right? A light feeling kind of come over you, a sense of relaxation. This is a wonderful way to let your nervous system take a break as well. So as you write and paint, just take a deep breath. Some really, nice, healthy inhales through the nose and release. And just let your thoughts go. Let your worries go. Just let anything that's been bothering you from earlier on just roll over your shoulders and into the ground. And as you do that, you can ground yourself. Make sure that you're sitting comfortably in your seat or on the floor or wherever you're at. Just sink into that space and feel your body grounding down and letting Mother Earth support you, let gravity support you. Okay, so I'm just making my mark, and I think I mentioned this before, you can also doodle. So if you have a journal or blank sheet of paper, any loose paper will be fine. Just start doodling if that's all you have, okay? That is perfectly fine. Okay. So I have no rhyme or reason for the things I'm doing right now. I'm just making my marks and going with the flow. And I might grab some more colors in a minute. And maybe some other marking tools. Okay, so it's all about letting go. And I'm going to speak about the compassion card that I drew for the collective that is coming to us right now. And it's kind of funny that I wanted to, my intention today was to connect with that mother energy and to, especially to support moms right now. And the passion card is perfect for that because I think that mothers generally have that natural, compassionate energy, right? As a mother. Um, so that feeling of empathy, sympathy, being able to hold space for others, um, and looking at things, at situations from a heart place and connection. So heart. I'm drawing a heart now. That's what's coming to mind. I may paint over this afterwards, but that's the intention that I want. And so on my first layers of my painting, I will usually set the intention on the first layer. And it could be with symbols or words. So you might even write love or compassion or heart centered. Okay. So I'm just making some marks. And this is also a great way to transmute and clear energy too that's no longer serving you. Painting is a wonderful way to do that. Um, I truly believe it's cathartic in that sense. And, it's really easy to paint your emotions. So if you're feeling frustrated or stuck or angry, painting's a great way to do that too. It doesn't have to be all rainbows and unicorns, right? And love. Like if there is some sort of frustration that you're feeling, let that out too. I know that I have my days and I definitely feel that that energy that's not serving me so well, and I have to face it, face those emotions and acknowledge them and thank them, and then clear that energy. Okay. Hmm. Okay, so let's get back to the cards. If you, this is just a start right now. My first layer, this is kind of what I'm feeling. I'm setting my intentions. I do, if I'm being honest, I feel a lot of blocks in my heart center right now. Um, there's a lot going on in the collective that it's hard to not acknowledge that. And so for me, I think, well, if not for me, but for the collective, I think it's important to, like I said, look at those shadows, of course, and also be open to finding that compassion, not only for others, but especially for yourself. Okay. Um, so that's that. And as far as change goes, the Five of Swords. We talked about this earlier for number one. Um, this is all about change and maybe even perseverance. Because with change, you know, it it's funny, change, new paths, and completion, right? But in order for you to move on in your life or to get past something, in order to create change, we have to let go of those things that no longer serve you. And I talked a lot about that in the last reading. And sometimes change can be messy. Um, with the sword, this is all about your thoughts, right? The things that come to mind. It's an air sign. Sometimes we get so stuck in our heads, especially the left logical brain, the analytical, that when it comes to change, it's hard to embrace change. It's hard to, it might be challenging to embrace change because you're so in your head. So this is what I invite you to do today. We're going to get out of our head, get whatever it is onto paper, onto the canvas, get that out and connect to your heart-centered right brain. Okay. Page of Swords. So new paths, moving forward. And again, with the swords, it's all about thoughts. Thoughts, air signs. Sometimes it's even like fast. So whatever's happening might feel fast, and that could be a good thing if you want something to be fast. If it feels like it's overwhelming, and again you're in your head, just acknowledge it and then ride with it. Right? You can acknowledge it and ride with whatever's coming to you. Again, same thing. It's almost the same theme coming up as far as new paths or changing things, embracing that and not getting too much in your head when that comes. That theme is, for some reason, that's coming to me right now. Okay. And let me know if that resonates with you. If other things are coming up for you as far as this card goes, please share that. Card number 3, Ten of Cups. So again, completion,